So, today I'm going to do things slightly differently. I'm going to still review a figure, however I'm going to also compare it to my first ever figure purchase that I made back in 2020 when I first started getting into figure collecting. And unfortunately, this figure that I bought for my first collection was a bootleg. Now at the time I did not know what I was getting into. I did not know what I was looking for. I did not know that bootlegs existed. I didn't know absolutely anything about figures. I kind of just went in the dark, bought a figure that of the character I loved back then, and I still do, to be fair. And I got her. But when I started getting into figure collecting more, and I started doing more research, and I started to realise, okay, this is authentic, this is not, bootlegs exist, do not buy them. I realised my first ever figure unfortunately was a bootleg, but that's fine, because I finally, after 3 years, I have the authentic one. So I'm really excited to see the comparison of the two figures. So without further ado, we'll get to reviewing the figure itself, or the authentic one, and then we'll compare it to the bootleg that I originally bought many years ago. So let's get reviewing the box. We have a massive picture of Shirahoshi, and at the background what I presume is Fishman Island. As we turn to the side, just a more close-up picture of Shirahoshi, and then these, what I don't know what to call these, but I suppose you can dig in. Yeah, you can dig them in to open the box, I suppose, but I'm not going to do that. Just gonna go the old-fashioned way. This is what the background, the back looks like, with all the information needed. The side, the bottom, and the top with our beloved Toei Animation sticker. You cannot miss that. But we will be getting back to reviewing the box again in a bit more detail once I'm reviewing both figures. But for now, we'll just quickly get to the figure. Oh, and there she is. That was the easiest assembly I've ever done with any of my figures. Wow, okay. Yeah, I can tell the difference already between the bootleg and the authentic. Apologies for the poor description, but we'll begin off with the fishtail fin. So it's transparent, so you can see your fingers on the other side, but it's white as we go up. Her fishtail is of two different colours, pink and dark pink, but it's also coated with a pearl finish, so I kind of really like what's going on there, especially when obviously she's a mermaid and pearls, you know. Her fish scale is of the same material as her fin, as well as her little tutu dress around her waist. The pearls around the dress are pink, but you can tell it's coated with a white pearl finish. Again, love it. As we go up, she's wearing her iconic yellow bikini top, which connects her headpiece, and then her face, well, very simplistic but absolutely adorable. There's no smudging, the eyes are done really nicely. Very, very pretty figure. She looks absolutely beautiful. Although I would have probably liked if she had her red rosy cheeks that we see her sometimes in the manga, as well as the anime, where she gets all shy. I love what they've done with the hair. It flows really naturally. It feels like she's in the sea. Overall, I'm really pleased with this figure, and I'm really excited to do the comparison very soon. I will say that this piece comes with a line of other figures called the Grandline lady. We have Hancock Perona, Nika Robin, and Nami. I love what they've done with this figure. She's very simple but very cute at the same time. She still retains that innocent, naive, childish like character that she is in the anime and manga. This is the exciting part, comparing it with the original figure. Just to mention before I do, both bootlegs, well, both authentic and bootleg have this piece here, just a little coral, same material that it's made with the fin, so nothing special, but it's meant to hold the figure, or it's meant to be used to hold the figure, but I don't know in what way. The reason why she's in pieces is because she does not hold herself at all. Okay, so these are the differences in close up. There we are, both figures. So I'm a little bit mind blown because I just don't even know where to begin. It's like the differences aren't obvious, but they are obvious. It's very hard to explain. So we'll start off with the tails. It's the authentic. We were saying like it's that very nice transparent look, was the bootleg is that cheap looking bluette plastic look, which follows along with the fish scale as well as a dress that she wears. However, both tails both follow the same colour and they both have that shimmery look. The tail on the bootleg has this massive line that's so obvious. We don't get that obvious line in the authentic. The pearls that hold the dress together, well, the first set of pearls, you can't even see them. Like, you just wouldn't notice them. Whilst the second set of pearls, it's done so rough. It's not nice to look at. And then as we go up, her bikini is more of a yellow block kind of colour. Meanwhile, with the authentic, it had that bit of shimmery pastel yellow colour look. The headpiece, I don't even know how to explain this, but the piece does not fit in at all. So I had to just have it placed over the hair, hoping it'll stay on. Face is looking downwards, meanwhile Shirahoshi's face on the authentic one is looking straight towards you. Shirahoshi's waist doesn't attach properly to her fishtail. Her hands does not come straight down. Her hair is what upset me probably the most. It had these yellow tones that I really hated. The ornament on her hair, a bit of a rusty orange, and the headpiece was supposed to like be attached into the hair. For a bootleg, the face wasn't too bad for what I've seen in my experience. So here's the two boxes in comparison. We have the authentic one and the fake one. Shirahoshi hair looks a lot more vibrant and pink compared to here. She's a little more toned down and there's like a yellow filter. Both of them have the Grandline logo, but this one has the brand Pesto logo, meanwhile this one does not have it. Both sides of the figures are very similar, and we get to the back of the box. So this is the authentic, this is the fake. They look so similar. The back looks like they look identical. The bottom and the top are very similar, but again, this is the authentic one, and the box does look very more blue compared to this one that seemed again a bit off. And then to conclude the box review is the Toby sticker animation. So overall, the boxes are so alike. The only difference is just this off-putting colour on the fake one and this yellow filter tone that we get in from Shirahoshi, to this nice stunning bright pink colour, bright blue box, and obviously a Toby sticker animation and the brand Pesto logo to confirm that this is the real deal. I'm just really glad I finally have the authentic figure for this bootleg. It's definitely really shown me like how wrong I was about the bootleg, even though like I really appreciated the face. It's definitely not Shirahoshi's face. This figure definitely had the off colours. I love how light it looks, the pastels, the shimmery pearl glossy like coating on her tail. Everything about this figure is cuteness. I'm so happy with the scale, with the pose. Jeez, the pose is just mwah, so good. Anyway, thank you for watching, and give a like and a subscribe and all that cool stuff if you've enjoyed, please. It means a lot to me. And yeah, thank you very much, and I'll show more of Shirahoshi at the end of this video. Bye bye.